WEHT Local, this is Eyewitness News Daybreak.
Good Thursday morning, Tri-State. Welcome to Daybreak. Tabnie Dozier, Ron Rhodes to my right. Jason Lindsay filled in for you yesterday.
Yes, Jason was here.
Yeah, he was talking about next week, some cold weather, some single-digit temperatures. I said, he don't know what he's talking about. Ron's going to come in and fix it up. And you said the same thing.
I'm saying single-digit below zero.
Oh,
I think we're going to see 6 below on Tuesday morning. That's going to be the morning to call in sick.
Yeah, yeah. If they try to put me outside on the roads,
That's right. Got a sore throat here.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah,
the weekend's okay, though, and then it just goes downhill.
It goes downhill. Yeah, Sunday will start getting cold in the afternoon, but then you're right. I mean, first thing next week, boom, bitter cold Arctic air. Coldest we've seen in a long time.
All right, Ron, we'll check your forecast out a little later this morning. Right now, Evansville fire officials are concerned right now with the house fire that was put out overnight. A city fire investigator tells us a house fire happened at the corner of Dexter and Lincoln Avenues, and it is extremely suspicious. A bystander reported the fire around 12:30 this morning. Firefighters arrived and quickly put out the flames. The investigator says those flames burnt one wall from the basement all the way through the roof. No one was home at the time, but the house appears to have been ransacked. It's not clear yet if someone is currently living in the home. Officials think the fire may have been set, but they are still investigating. Well, quick action keeps a Henderson County home safe from flames roaring nearby. The fire happened just after 7 Wednesday night in CORYDON, Kentucky. Crews were called to a house on Highway 60 on the western edge of the town. Authorities tell us the fire started in a garage that had lawnmowers and welding equipment inside. The garage burnt to the ground. Fortunately, no damage reported on the house next door. A section of US 60 had to be shut down to fight the fire, and there were no injuries reported.
This is an Eyewitness News Update.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us for this Eyewitness News Update on both Local 7 and WEHT Local. Father John Meredith of Blessed Mother Church in Owensboro has been suspended amid allegations of inappropriate conduct with a minor. Bishop William Medley sent out a letter to parishioners saying the Diocesan Review Board unanimously judges the allegation as credible and says that investigation will continue. Father Meredith has been on medical leave of absence due to anxiety, but now his return to the church is unknown. Father Ed Bradley will take over in his place, and the Owensboro Police Department says it is investigating the matter. The New Year's Eve tradition continued its fruity ways in Knox County. The 6th annual watermelon drop took place at Vincennes Riverfront Pavilion last night. A 500-pound watermelon was high in the sky as midnight approached. Then 14 watermelons dropped onto a platform at the stroke of midnight. CNN stopped in our neck of the woods and included the watermelon drop as a part of its coverage of New Year's celebrations across the country.
Next week and a pretty good winter storm on Sunday. I'll be back to tell you more about that in a few minutes.
This morning on Daybreak, this week's winter storm caused several hiccups at Evansville Regional Airport. Details on one of the airport's upcoming additions.
Our website will actually have flight tracking status.
Plus, same-sex couples are on edge in Utah this morning, the decision that's due later today.
Live from WEHT Local, this is Eyewitness News Daybreak.
Good frosty Friday morning.
Yes, indeed it is. Oh my
goodness. Welcome to Daybreak. I'm Tabnie, Ron Rhodes. We're talking about soup. We need something to keep our bones warm.
Cheryl Mocha was here yesterday. She made this rockin' black bean soup. I absolutely loved it. And now, you know, with the winter cold headed our way, it's coldest air we've seen since you were 6 years old.
Oh, that doesn't put it in perspective. It is
well, you're
cold.
not that old, but it's been a long time. And at the same time, I think a big old batch of soup. I think this weekend should be a soup-making weekend.
Yeah, and you said this is the weekend to get out and get all that stuff because come Monday and Tuesday,
it'll be paralyzingly cold out there. Seriously, it will be.
All right, Ron, we will check on your forecast a little later on. Right now, the snowy weather in Chicago plays an impact on travelers right here in the tri-state. Evansville Regional Airport officials say nearly half of the flights out of that airport head to Chicago. Well, several flights had to either be delayed or canceled early Thursday morning leading into the night. Airport officials are excited to add a new feature that will help in these kind of situations.
Our website will actually have flight tracking status, so you can see on a map where the plane is in the air and kind of track it as it comes in. So we don't have that available yet. That will be in the next couple weeks. So unfortunately for this snow event, we won't have it available, but it's coming soon.
But just like she says, they are hoping to have that feature installed here within a month or so. And of course, evvairport.com has up-to-the-minute flight delays and cancellations. You're taking a look at it right now, and it does look like there are a few delays affecting Chicago, more than 2 hours behind as of last check. Of course, Ron will have an update in his destination weather. Well, road conditions will be a big concern today through early next week with the very, very cold temperatures. Paralyzing is the word we're using. Remember, dispatchers can get very busy very fast. Do not call them. Here are the numbers for you if you're looking for constant road updates. In Indiana, call 1-800-261-ROADS. In Kentucky, dial 511 or 866-737-3767. And in Illinois, call 800-452-4368. So far, no accidents right now. Of course, I continue to check on those throughout the morning. Also, today is the day the federal government must respond to an emergency order that temporarily blocks part of the health care law. Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor asked the government to respond by Friday to an emergency application by a religious nonprofit group called the Little Sisters of the Poor. And this is over the implementation of the health care's so-called contraception mandate. Now by Brian Ross, Chief Investigative Reporter. Brian, thank you for talking to us today.
Well, thanks for having me. This is really an important subject, especially for viewers in your area.
Well, absolutely. Where did the idea for this report come from?
The wall started falling in.
Yeah, we're taking a look, Dave, at the video from the YouTube. It's like 10 minutes long. We're looking at a piece of that. And, you know, we're in interesting seats as journalists because we're not immune to danger. You know, you're working, but then you had to take cover yourself.
Well, absolutely. We were trying to just warn the community that we had a problem approaching, and I think that's one reason why there were no fatalities and no injuries in this storm.